Hello, welcome back to my channel. Yes. Hey, we got a win against Newcastle. Wasn't pretty. Wasn't as terrible as some people say, but agendas must agent. Excuse me. Hello, big up to Wim already in the building. How are you? Very cool. The YouTube chat is once again doing its job. Wonderful stuff. So, in case you were putting in comments last stream, and I didn't see them. I mean, you can see here all the comments that I see. If your comment doesn't pop up here, it will take like 5 seconds. But if your comment does not pop up here, it means I'm not seeing it either. Yeah, YouTube had a seizure. I'm not sure what happened. It wasn't just my channel, it was every channel. So yeah, my apologies for that. I can't do it. Not my apologies. It's not my fault. YouTube's apologies. Not my problem. I suppose that's my problem. You get what I mean. Anyhow, big up Wim. We got Lawrence visit against Charleroi. That's not who we need. We need my corruption referee. So hey, anyhow, let's talk about Man City against the mighty Leeds United. FC no, Galatasaray, hey. The mighty Leeds United. I've been talking with some people, Yuna, who's recently been in chat quite a bit, and some people seem to be scared of Leeds away. They seem to think Leeds away will be a tough fixture. But Leeds away Leeds have had a lot of favorable matchups at home. Liverpool when they were in their poor form. Chelsea in December, or something like, I think it was in December. We know December Chelsea, lads. I think Man United when they were in poor form. A lot of teams when they were in poor form have gone to Ellen Road. So I don't think that Leeds United at home is necessarily a monster team. I don't think they're bad, of course. There's no bad Premier League teams. I just think that they've had a few favourable matchups at home, which has made them look better than what they really are. I don't fear this team all too much, if I'm being terribly honest. You've got to respect any team in the Premier League, of course, but I don't think this is a game where we drop points. At least I don't think it should be. We shouldn't have dropped points against Tottenham either, but you know, should, will, quite often a very different story. But, hey, if we talk about the game itself, yeah, but before we even talk about the lineups, the tactics, this, that, or the other, we play one day before Arsenal. We play Saturday. I'm doing this stream today, by the way, because Luke can't come for Cyber Thursday. Big up to Luke, by the way. He's doing his own thing. He's offered his dad to watch a concert. I forgot who he's going to watch, but big up to him. If you want to talk about pressure, if you want to talk about a title race, because this game isn't a title race. I know people are like, one game at a time, but no. This game isn't a title race. It's not in a vacuum. You've got to start winning by big scorelines. In my opinion, you've got to win by big scorelines. Because you put pressure on Arsenal that way. A 3-0 to Man City. Now there's pressure on Arsenal. Now the media is talking. Or City are dangerous. Or City are free-flowing. Play better football. Arsenal will bottle it. Whereas if you win 1-2, 2-3, 1-0, you were lucky to get to it. So that doesn't add as much pressure to Arsenal. So we need to get those big scorelines, in my opinion, to add that pressure. Because I don't think, I know for a fact, we have a few games coming up where we could realistically put 3-0, 4-0, 4-1, whatever, big scorelines past these teams. That builds pressure. I don't know when the Crystal Palace game will be, of course, because the scheduling is going to be a bit difficult there. But if we get that Crystal Palace game, before we play Arsenal, before we play Chelsea, and we win now Leeds, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, and we win those games with big score lines. Each time before Arsenal plays the other game, that's pressure on 3 separate games for Arsenal. And that is 3 times Arsenal is put under pressure and is asked to respond. And you need to make that pressure as big as possible. Because that is how you make Arsenal bottle. It's not like this title race comes down to the Etihad, in my opinion. I think that's probably a draw. I think the Etihad game will be a draw. I can't lie. So we need to make sure that Arsenal drop. If any team wins, it will be Man City, but I'm expecting a draw. So if you want to win the title race, it has to be in the games other than the Etihad game, in my opinion. So how do you do that? You put big scores past these. You respect them, but you put big scores past them. So let's actually get into chat, and then we'll get into the actual game. AZ is playing. Big up to AZ. Big up to Menno. I'm on lunch break. Big up to Adam. Go check out his his birthday stream is over now, but go check out his channel. Big up to him. It was his birthday yesterday. His 20th birthday. Big up to him. Always in my chat. I couldn't make the birthday stream, of course, because it was 2 AM for me when you were streaming, but big up to you. Always in my chat. Absolute legend. YouTube chat works again. When is Doku back from injury? Honestly, I've got no idea. I could look it up for you. I'll check Premier injuries, but I don't think they're gonna have any news on it. I've got no idea, Rosa. I don't think Doku will play in this game, even if he is back. Even if Doku is back, he's not playing in this game. I can tell you that much. I don't even reckon off the bench, because he has got poor muscles. Well, not poor muscles, but he's got injury-prone muscles, I suppose is accurate to say. Premier injuries is down, so I can't even check when he will be back. Great. So you need to give him some time to recover. I don't think he will play much in the run-in, to be honest, because he is coming back from another muscle injury. There's so many years, and not that long of a time. Big up, Mob. How are you doing? How are you doing? I'm doing great. Leeds unbeaten against Chelsea. Hey, Chelsea might be unbeaten against us, so let's not talk too much shit. Kloops under 19 team managed to get to the quarterfinal of the UEFA Youth League, for those who follow that. As well as Liverpool. As well against Liverpool, apparently. I didn't know that one. A real man celebrates a stinky 1-0. A real man celebrates the stinky 1-0. Wins the hardest. Yeah, but Rosa. I celebrate a win. A win is a win. Yeah, a win is a win. But if you want to put maximal pressure on Arsenal, you have to put these big wins past these teams. If you win with 5-0, I'm not saying we are, but if you win with 5-0, there's a lot more pressure on on Arsenal specifically, than if you win with 1-0. Because if you win with 5-0, all the media will glaze us. If Erling Haaland scores a hat-trick, he's the Ballon d'Or winner, he's the best player in the world, Arsenal can't compare. But if you win 1-0 with an unlucky own goal, nobody's waxing lyrical about that. Let's be completely honest. So it does matter. It does matter to win these games with big scorelines. It simply does. Because you want Arsenal to go slip up. You want Arsenal to drop points against Chelsea. Go make them think they're fucked. Go make them think that they're nowhere near. Go make the media talk for you. That is how you get Arsenal to bottle a title. Any team to bottle a title, really. Goal AZ. Hey, big up Menu if you're in chat. Your team is doing well for once. Leeds cannot score a single goal against Arsenal against them. Yikes, 9-0. Yikes, that's an aggregate. They won 4-0 at the start of the season, didn't they? Obviously, they won 4-0 a little while ago. It was 5-0 at the start of the season. Yeah. We will find out tomorrow if Man City Arsenal happens in the quarters. Probably not. I think they'll be paired on the other sides of the bracket because that would be better for viewership, I think. Because that does build the potential of an Arsenal City final, which will get the Arsenal and City games watched a lot. Big up to Baron, how are you? Subscribe to both of us. Absolutely. Check out Adam's channel as always. I swear if we get you guys again, I'll crash out. Hey mate, I'm so tired of playing against you lot. No offense. I'm so tired, bro. It's always Man City, Real Madrid, bro. How many seasons in a row has it been? I don't want this fixture anymore. I'm tired. I'm tired, boss. Hey, absolutely. Loads to 8k on Adam's channel and 2k on mine. Leeds versus Chelsea. 5-3 on aggregate. Yikes. The media will talk about champions win all weekend shit. Yeah, if we win 1-0, let's say we win 1-0 with a late goal, late winner. Erling Haaland scored from 30 yards, or Cherky runs past 20 players and scores a goal. That's called a hyperbole. Don't correct me about how many players on a pitch there are. Then yeah, you're gonna have that. You're gonna have that champions win narrative. But even that, I don't think it puts as much. I don't think it puts as much pressure, to be honest, on Arsenal, as if you just go and win clean 5-0. I'll send you the highlights after work. Big up. I'll check those out once you send them. We will find out on Friday. We will... Yeah. I'll see. We will see, I suppose. 5 seasons in a row. 6 in the last 7. In a row. Always respect to Madrid. Not always to their fans, because you got some devil fans, no offense. All fan bases have them. But always respect to Real Madrid. But fuck's sake, I don't want to draw Madrid again. I'm so tired of playing Madrid, bro. Anyhow, let's actually talk about the Leeds game. Because there was a lot of talk about the new system that we played against... that we played against Newcastle. But I don't think we'll see the same lineup. I think the lineup will be back to what it used to be, I suppose, the style, not the exact players on the pitch. The back four is going to be same old, I think. Donnarumma in net, of course, because Donnarumma. Rodri in midfield, because who else do you have? Then you're going to have O'Reilly next to him. I think the big area of contention is that front four. You're gonna have Haaland in there. How do you create for Haaland? That's been our problem the past a little while. I'm expecting Calvert-Lewin to start for Leeds, because Calvert-Lewin absolutely tore us a new one at the Etihad when he came off the bench. So I'm expecting Calvert-Lewin to start again. How do we outscore Leeds? If we scored an early goal, Leeds have to open up, then you can play through them, then you can score again. In theory. Oftentimes you crumble, but this season Man City hasn't crumbled as much. Fair play to Man City, I suppose. We have learned not crumble. Hey. I know it's a massive progression. We've learned not to throw 3-0 leads away anymore. But all jokes aside, we have improved in that crumbling department. So I think we just need to focus on that early goal. That's what we tried against Newcastle, I believe. That's what we've tried in our last few fixtures even. I think that's what we tried against Liverpool. I think that's what we even tried against Tottenham, even if that did turn out as a Spurs game. But, you know, there's only so much you can do when you play against Tottenham. For some reason, they just hate us. Can't do much about that. But And this side specifically, the only players I really worry about are Calvert-Lewin and Stach. Stach, I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. Calvert-Lewin, because, again, he taught us a new one when he came off the bench at the Etihad. And Stach has just been one of the few players who I think has been consistently good for the Leeds this season. So, I'm not too worried about Stach in context of, I think we can deal with him. You have to be aware of him, but I think we can deal with him. Depends on how they line up. If they're going to play a 5-4-1, which is what they've played most season, I think. I've not watched most of their other games, but from the games I've watched, they've played a 5-4-1. Then you're going to just want to keep one centre back, full back on him, depending on where he is. Or the midfielder, drop a midfielder a bit down, that's what O'Reilly could do. And stop Stach from having too much freedom. Calvert-Lewin, you just have to rely on your centre backs to play a good game, which is why I would play Diaz. I would play Diaz in this game. But then again, you could say Husnov, Pace, bails you out, but maybe Diaz, for the experience against Calvert-Lewin, stopped Calvert-Lewin from just walking all over inexperienced centre-backs. I flip-flopped a lot on this centre-back partnership for this game specifically. Because Husnov's pace is inarguable, but against Calvert-Lewin, I would like Diaz. I can't lie, so don't ask me to stay consistent on that one. My opinion has flip-flopped a lot on that. I do think Pep will start Diaz, but I wouldn't mind Husnov. Maybe I'd even prefer that, I'm not sure. But the big word has to be in that front four. We have to break them down, we have to get a goal, and we have to just start clicking into gear scoring-wise, because we've not scored that much recently. But there's context to that again, because I see people on Twitter complaining, on Man City, we don't score enough, we're not creative enough. We played Liverpool, we won 2-1. We beat Fulham 3-0. Newcastle at home, 2-1. Okay, Sunderland, sorry, not Sunderland. Salford in the FA Cup. Very weak game, let's be honest, but I don't think that translates to the Premier League. I think that was a mentality issue of the players thinking they're above the game, not actually a quality issue. So, it's still a problem, don't get me wrong, but I don't think that translates to the Premier League. So, if you actually look at our last few games, then you go look at the run before that, I suppose. The 2-2, the 2-0 loss to Man United, I think, before. You look at that bad run of form. But then you look past even that, and I think we have had a lot of games where we can score. We even saw it again against Fulham. We had 3 games in a row, I believe, where we won 3-0. So, I don't think that scoring is something that we're incapable of. I just think we're inconsistent in it. That we had a few tough fixtures right after each other, and that we had a poor run of form in the middle of the season. You combine all of that, and you've got the impression that we're not creating a lot, or that we can't create a lot, rather. But I don't think that impression is true, especially because people worry about the Newcastle lineup being repeated. I think that is the Newcastle lineup. I don't see us playing that lineup against Leeds. So, against Leeds, what do I imagine? I have 2 different ideas of what Pep would do. Not what I would do, what Pep would do. So, idea 1 is you have Haaland up top. You'll have Bernardo Silva because Pep Guardiola. So, your 2 wingers, where you're going to have to expect creativity from, are going to be Semenyo and Foden. And Semenyo is going to play off the left, where arguably I don't know, he's not played on the left a lot. He's not played a lot for us in general, so it's too soon to say. But maybe on the left, he's got more creativity to his game. Less goals, of course, but more creativity. So you put Semenyo on the left. You allow Semenyo to create a bit from the wing. You put Foden on the right. He can come inside, he can score, he can do all that. And that way you maybe get some creativity from the wings. Especially if you have O'Reilly in that midfield. He will drop deep, of course, but if he does go up a bit, maybe he can add that pass. But then we're getting into real maybe territory. I think more likely is that you push up a fullback. Ait Nouri, very good quick passing, very good with cutting back the ball, all of that. Very good player in general. Both going forwards and defending, by the way. Not taking this idea that he can't defend. That's nonsense. Nunez, he's more of the crosser guy. Nunez is more, you need a goal desperately. You push him up, you let him cross a few balls. I don't think that's how you start the game, but yeah, you do have him. I think you push one fullback up at a time, not both. I think maybe at the start of the game you try with Ait Nouri. If it doesn't work, you drop Ait Nouri down a bit and you let Nunez go up the pitch. And then we all know how that Nunez-Silva partnership works out. That is idea one that I'm expecting from Pep. If he doesn't do that, I expect Pep to just go with Bernardo Silva, Semenyo. So Semenyo right wing. Bernardo Silva in the middle, of course, because Pep loves Bernardo in that middle. And then left wing, depends on who's fit, to be honest, and who Pep wants to play there. It could be Foden, left wing. Maybe it's the same players, but just Foden on the left wing. Maybe Semenyo will still go to the left wing and he'll put Cherki right wing. But I think the main idea is going to be that on the left wing, or that Semenyo is going to be on the right wing to add the goals, and you're going to have someone else on left wing. Marmoush, for example. I don't like that idea as much, but those are the two main things I can imagine Pep doing in this game. I would just do the same lineup as versus Newcastle, but play Foden. Wait, sorry, let me reread that. I would do the same lineup as versus Newcastle, but play Foden instead of Bernardo, and Husnov instead of Diaz. Yeah, I think, I mean, listen, Rosa, Pep is not benching Bernardo. I agree. I would bench Bernardo. I would play Foden. I'm not sure about starting Marmoush. I think I'd drop Marmoush, to be honest. I just don't like the two-striker system. Unless you drop Marmoush down a bit, which I don't mind. It's hard on Marmoush, isn't it? Because he has played really good. He has played really good, but I don't like the two-striker system. Then again, we've played one game with it, so maybe I'm too hard. I think I'd personally drop Marmoush, to be honest. Instead, I'd drop Marmoush for Foden, and I don't know, I guess I'd push Semenyo up into that second striker role. I'll push Foden down a bit. You do lose some pressing with that as well. Even if you talk off the ball, you do lose some pressing. But I don't think that's a big issue against Leeds in the first half. You can bring it on in the second half. In the first half, I don't think it's a big issue. Husnov, I think Pep will start Diaz. You want to be surprised if if you get Arsenal 3 times. Now fuck Arsenal, man. Fuck, I don't want to play these teams 10 times a season. I'm tired of Newcastle already. We still have to play Newcastle again, bro. Bro, I don't want to play these teams 20 times a season. It pisses me off. Like 2 times, maybe 3 times, bro. We're playing Newcastle 2 times in the Carabao Cup, 2 times in the league, 1 time in the FA Cup. We could still play them in the Champions League, by the way. I think. I mean, of course, if they get to the final, but they won't. So we could still play them in the Champions League as well. We could play them as many times as 7 in this season. Like, bro, that gets tiring. I didn't even read this, my apologies. I need City to win the Prem. Can't have Arsenal win anything. A lot of fans have that same sentiment, and I'm gonna be honest, I think the Arsenal bravado is going to significantly get less bad if Arsenal actually win a trophy. I think they've got a lot of bravado because they're insecure. When you're insecure and you haven't won anything in a while, it's bravado. We are that team. We are the top. We have the best player. We Ballon d'Or here, Ballon d'Or. Let's give our entire team a Ballon d'Or. But when you actually win something, you're no longer seeking validate. Who can validate you? You're the best. You've won the league title. I think the fan base gets less bad once Arsenal wins something, if they win something. Maybe a Carabao Cup won't be enough, but if they win a league title, I do think they'll get a lot less mouthy, to be honest. But yeah, I think that's the sentiment most non-Arsenal fans have. It's just their fan base is unreal annoying. Will you be going live for the draw tomorrow? I don't think so. They're never interesting to watch, these draws, let's be honest. Let's be honest, these are never interesting to watch. Diaz can't be made to start again when he is only just back. Let Husnov start. Diaz started our last game. So, listen. I'm all for playing Husnov. I'm all for playing Husnov. Pep will not play Husnov. He might. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think Pep will play Husnov. So I'm all for it. I don't think Pep cares. But like, at the end of the day, this is about what is Pep gonna do. I think Pep is just gonna go with, you know what? I'm starting Diaz, because Diaz is my guy, and there's a sound argument there. Calvert-Lewin is not a fast forward anymore. He's old, just like Diaz. Diaz is not that old. So you want experience against him. You don't need Husnov's recovery pace. We're not talking about prime, I don't know, prime Thierry Henry here. We're talking about Calvert-Lewin, and I believe he's 36 or something like that. Maybe experience is more important there, so there's a logical argument, in my opinion, for starting Diaz there. Other than he started more, he's more experienced, this is a title run-in, experience matters. And just Pep is gonna do that. So, I don't mind starting Husnov. Pep will. Rodri has looked really good in the past few games. Played. Thought he was good versus Liverpool. Yeah, people have this weird idea about an ACL injury coming back and being real good again the moment you come back. That's not how ACL injuries work, of course. I said it at the start of the season. I said, don't expect Rodri to be playing at his level the entire season. He's not going to play at this level until maybe the end of the season. Probably not all season. Because he's coming back from an ACL. It's not like he did a hamstring, which sucks, but you could recover. ACL should never fully recover. So it takes a long time to get back to that level. And you're going to pick up muscle injuries because that's just part of the ACL injury experience, I suppose. So I'm not surprised about that at all. I think what surprises me is that people thought Rodri was washed. I was like, really? You serious? So that also surprised me. Not the fact that he's playing a lot better every few games he plays, and as long as he stays fit, and when he has a physical player next to him in O'Reilly. By the way, when Kovacic comes back, because he is coming back soon, don't be surprised if he plays a lot. I'm not saying he'll start, but if you want to talk about a physical player who can help out there with a newly ACL returned player, it is Kovacic. Oh, but I don't rate Kovacic, he's an unk, yeah, I know. But look at it as a manager. What profile do you need in a title run-in? Kovacic is that profile, and we are trying to replace Kovacic right now with Elliot Anderson, allegedly. I'm not in the know, but that's all the news. We're trying to get Elliot Anderson, apparently. So, that's a similar profile to Kovacic, qua physicality, qua position, qua general play. So, people don't want to rate Kovacic because agendas and all that, but don't be surprised if he plays a lot. I'm not saying he will. I'm not saying I want him to play a lot. I'm just saying it would not surprise me at all if he does play a lot. I would start the same lineup and make a sub at halftime to rotate. Yeah, big up to Stefan Palmer, by the way. I think I saw you 2 streams ago, actually. I was going to say been a while, but it's not been that long, has it? Anyhow, big up. Yeah. Pep is not going to make... Pep won't make a halftime substitute, let's be honest, but... I will do something like that. I generally like to come out of the tunnel with the same lineup, unless you have serious issues. But, like, I like to see how do we play in the second half, where are the issues, but... Again, unless it's serious issues. It's just Pep won't do that, let's be honest. Hey, he's been injured all season, Baron. He got, like, calcification injury, which hurts like a bitch, by the way, if you've ever had calcification. It hurts like a bitch. And he had a lot of it. Like, it's not like he just had a small little... He had a lot of it. He needed surgery for it, so, yeah. Get in Fenerbahce. Ooh. Who's Fenerbahce playing? Forest! Hey! It's 3-1 aggregates. Don't get too excited. Forest is still going through, buddies. Don't get too excited. Fenerbahce got spanked in the first leg. Marmoush should keep starting. I think he looks really good. It'd be a bit unfair to bench him, wouldn't it? It'd be a bit unfair. I won't be big up Yuna. I forgot what I was saying. It would be unfair to bench him, I think, but I just don't like the 2-striker system. It's that simple. I don't like that 2-striker system, and I don't think we're going to keep that system. I think that was the anti-Newcastle system. It just wouldn't make sense against Leeds, in my opinion. We're trying to break down a deep block. 2 strikers, it's not really a breakdown of deep block system, is it? Because you want creators to break down a deep block. What's out creators in that 2-striker system? Like, let's say we play the exact same lineup. Haaland is our best creator in that lineup. So, which, by the way, Erling Haaland is, factually speaking, the best creator of any striker in the Premier League, specifically striker. So, it's not like he's a poor creator, he's a better creator than most strikers in Premier League history. That's not an argument to be had. And if you do want to argue that, it just means you've never seen him make a through ball. Because you don't watch City, presumably. But even though Erling Haaland is very good at creating, and I do think he can do that consistently, he has done that consistently this season. Every time he's gotten into position to create, he has done it wonderfully this season. But we shouldn't require our top scorer to be creating in any system we create. We should just... We should get creativity from the middle. Not from Erling Haaland. Yes, he can do it. Yes, he's brilliant at it. Yes, he's the best striker in the Premier League when it comes to all-round game. No, I don't care that he looks clunky, because all-round game means so much more than first touch. But I want that creativity from the middle. And I think you lose that when you have Marmoush. You get off the ball stuff, and I think Marmoush, you played second half, you're 2 goals up. You bring off Marmoush, or you bring on Marmoush, sorry, and you kill the game off. He's gonna score a goal, or he's gonna win the ball back, help you get that ball, and he's gonna lead the press. But I just don't, especially for starting a game against Leeds, breaking down a deep block, I don't think he does an awful lot. No offense. Stefan Ortega on goal. No, Ederson. Ederson benched for Fenerbahce. Wow. Wow. Where are the Ederson fanboys? If we still had Ederson, we'd be top of the league right now. Wow. Benched for Fenerbahce. He got injured. Okay, no agendas. I saw that, by the way, that he got injured, so I just wanted to do that bit. And James McAtee on the bench for Forest. He's been on the bench all season. Has he played a lot for them? Don't think he has. But anyways, I'll send you the highlights right now before I do leave. Big up Adam, thank you for being in. Check out his channel, subscribe to me, of course. I'm like the godchild of YouTube. Subscribe to me, I promise you. You'll enjoy it. But always support Adam, great guy, always in my chats. Thank you for being in, as always. I'm hoping Man City, Bodo Glimt. I want revenge for the Bodo Glimt. There's a real fan. I want that revenge. All these pussies. Oh, this Bodo Glimt super team. Nah, I want revenge, bro. I want revenge. They humiliated us. I want revenge, bro. All these Man City fans are pussies. Oh, but they, oh, I don't want to play. Nah, stop being pussies, man. I want revenge. But no, in Norway, I'm a Bodo Glimt fan. Classic, and let's go with the wind. Joking. Hey, El Racismo FC got spanked. Absolutely spanked. What can you say? What can you say? Bundesliga. I've been saying it all season. Bundesliga is not serious. Put Harry Kane with the same Bayern München team in the Premier League. He does not even have 20 goals, bro. He doesn't even have 15. He'll be at like 10. He'll be competing with Chocres and them lots. This guy is not the striker he used to be. He just looks good because he's in a washed-ass league. Luis Diaz has like 14 goals in the Bundesliga, you know. 14 goals and I think like 10 assists. Like, bro, this league is not what y'all think it is. Not gonna try to pronounce that name, but he scored. 1-2 Bruges. Bruges is just a 1-2 team at this point. Wow, using swear words on stream, Alfie. Not very good from you. I'm sorry. Analyzing. Generating reply. Victoria Pilsen 3-4 Panathinaikos. Best in history. Hey, that's Erling Haaland. That's Erling Haaland. FC Victoria Pilsen 4-4 Panathinaikos. Yikes. Haaland is the best creator in the world. I won't say that, but I would say he has the most complete striker in the Premier League. And you're always gonna have an idiot who says, oh, but how can he be complete? His first touch is above average, but they have this super high expectation with everything he does has to be elite. So how can he be the best all-round striker in the league if his first touch is only above average? In context of strikers. Because his passing is better. He has the best crossing of any striker in the league. He's got the best holder play, the best of the ball play, the best running, the best scoring, but the best defending, set piece util. You know, I digress. Stefan Ortega is at Nottingham Forest. I'm well aware. He's been there all season. Yeah, but Ederson is injured. Running away? I'm not running away. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Brats. This is what happens when you engage with people called Kitty who have a McDonald's hat on. Like, this is a McDonald's worker, bro. Big up to all McDonald's workers, except this one. Except this one. Brats. Erling Haaland's gonna get a hat-trick against Bodo-Glimt. Or against Leeds. Hey, Erling Haaland hat-trick against Leeds. Been a while. It's been a while, brother, since you scored a hat-trick for us. Like, I know brace, man, and all that shit, but... Erling, hat-trick, please. I'm just saying, Erling. It's been a while since you gave us a hat-trick. I think we deserve one of them. Just one of them. Okay? Okay, thank you, Erling. Like, you know that meme? You know that meme of the rich guy drinking, That is so stupid. Okay, I'm making a meme now. We are making memes on stream. Give me a moment. I promise you, this is crucial to the content that I'm making. This is crucial to the preview. There we go. I found it. I'm gonna put it on screen once I'm done making the meme. Haaland hat-tricks. Can I spell, please? Apparently I can't. Haaland hat-tricks. Cool. Ooh, that's a bit big. False. That's what she said. No, it ain't. Let's be honest, she did not say that to any of us. Don't pretend to be different. Okay. I promise you guys, I just have to reiterate, I promise you guys, creating this meme is absolutely pivotal to the preview. Because if I don't do it now, I'll forget. Now I just need the Man City logo and the Norway logo. And then I'll show you. Yeah, because I'm nice, of course. I'm the nicest content creator you guys know. Which is why you should like and subscribe to me once I finish making this. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, there you go. I finished making the meme. Let me just put that in here, yeah? This, bro, this is Erling Haaland right now. Let me show you guys. It's taking a while to load. My apologies, my PC just has way too many files. This is Erling Haaland right now. Haaland? This is Erling Haaland, bro. We are starving over there. We are starving. Bro, we're starving. We're absolutely starving. Norway keeps getting all these hat-tricks from Erling Haaland. Erling Braut's Norway, apparently. Only scores hat-tricks for Norway. Bro, he's forgotten about us. We need that hat-trick. 22 goals in February. Not enough. We need a hat-trick. We need an Erling Haaland hat-trick. So, Erling Haaland, I beg of you, we are starving. Absolutely famished. Give us this beautiful, beautiful hat-trick, please. I'm begging you. Being very nice, by the way, Haaland. So if somehow you find my channel with 1,160 subscribers, big up to you, Haaland. Please subscribe. If somehow you find my channel, mates, please give us a hat-trick. Stop giving them all to Norway. I know you want that World Cup and all that, but bro, we deserve one too. We've been nice. We've been nice boys. So, if you don't score that hat-trick, I'll be posting this on the internet. It's so stupid. It's so stupid, bro. I find this hilarious. It's so stupid. Okay, let me put that away. There you go. Let's continue with stream now. Elf, you get a yellow card. I need to get those yellow cards. I need to get a yellow and red card. That's what I need to get here. Goal AZ. Big up Mendel's team, man. Big up. Crystal Palace 1-0. Who's Palace playing? Crystal Palace FC. Zrinski. What the fuck is Zrinski? Zrinski is from the Bosnian and Herzegovinian league. Herzegovina. Bosnian, basically. I'm not a brat. Let's agree to this. Let's agree to disagree. Let's agree to this about that. Frogland. Absolute halal, bro. Absolute halal. The memes are back. Big up to him. Hey. Yeah, you remember the last season when, bro, Bruges and Man City were going through that run at the same time? I was like all the way down here, bro. Bro. Those memes are the only thing that kept my sanity. I was gonna go insane, bro. Both my teams, bro. Unfathomable bad run. You just called me a brat. But you are. You are, though, so. It's true. You have been predicting a Haaland hat-trick for a while. Hey, Rosa. Will Erling Haaland ever scored a hat-trick for Man City again? Yes or no? If yes, that does mean that one day my hat-trick prediction will be correct. If I just predict Erling Haaland to score a hat-trick every game, eventually I'll be right. Tactics, bro. Tactics. Tactics. So eventually we will get that Erling Haaland hat-trick. Do the Trump dance if Haaland does a hat-trick. No. We are not doing the Trump dance, bro. Sorry to say it, that we're not doing the Trump dance. I'm not doing any dance. I mean, I guess the Bosnan counts as a dance. Doing the Bosnan on your own. Why, bro? Bro. You know my streams get clipped up, you know. My streams get clipped up and posted on those, like, reaction channels. I am not, bro, nada mas. I'm not, bro, I'm not humiliating myself, because you think it will be funny. Nada mas. I mean, being a YouTuber pretty much is a humiliation ritual. I understand that, but no, we are not doing. Nada mas. So yeah. Anyhow, let's talk about the game again. We've been talking about anything but the game. That's basically the average man, the average Alf stream. Alf goes live, talks about the game of football for 5 minutes, talks about whatever random subject for the next 30. And then we close off with another 5 minutes of the actual subject of the stream. So, I do think we win. I do think we win convincingly. If we lose this game, I don't think it's title race over just yet. Because I'm already operating on the belief that we draw against Arsenal. Let's say we draw this game. Let's say we draw today. Oh, well, not today, but this game. And right now, I believe we're 5 points behind. We'd go 7 behind, then we win our game in hand with 4 points away. Let's then say we beat Arsenal with 1 point away, and a lot of fixtures in between. So I don't think that not winning this game is end of the road, all that, because people get reaction in. I'm gonna preempt this now. One draw is not the end of the road. But I think one draw is the most we can still permit. One draw is the most we can still get against us and still win the title. I think we're gonna draw at some point. So we're just gonna draw at some point. That's just the way it is. So we need to prolong getting a draw for as long as possible. And we need to do it convincing. Go get that big win. Go smash a team up. Go play dominant football. That is what I want to see. I just want to see good football. I want to see us feed the striker. Against Newcastle, we were not feeding Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland had 4 shots, he created all of them himself. He had a header as well, but the header was shit. So, I mean, it was a shit chance, so I'm not including that. We need to be feeding Erling Haaland. We need to be spoon-feeding him. Genk are losing. Absolute crash out of Europe. I think I should ban you now, I can't lie. This weekend in Challenge Pro League. Hey! Big up to Beveren for getting promoted in February, bro. Promotion secured in February. Hey, I'm just saying that's mad. That is mad. But again, I'm getting distracted again. We need to feed Haaland. There are a few issues from that Newcastle game, which I want to see fixed here. I want to see Haaland spoon-fed. Spoon-fed, bro. I want to see this man shoved just a fat spoon in his mouth, and if he doesn't swallow it, you force him to swallow it, bro. You know, you make him chew. Bro, you give him so many balls that he can't miss. You give him so many balls that he tries to miss, and eventually he misses missing. And it hits the back of the net by accident. That is what you need to do. Because if we want to win the title, I do think you're gonna need to rely on Erling Haaland. To rely on Erling Haaland will have to be in his best form. Once Erling Haaland starts scoring and gets on a scoring run, that's when it's like a machine. It's like a chainsaw. You rev up the chainsaw. It takes a few tries. to rev up the chainsaw. But once it's going, ain't no axe better than that damn chainsaw. So, you're revving up the chainsaw, yeah, with Erling Haaland. Got a goal against Liverpool. Got a goal against Fulham. Revving it up. But it doesn't immediately turn on. Didn't score against Newcastle. So you just gotta keep revving it up. Now, against Leeds. Game after this against West Ham, I believe. Correct me if I'm mistaken. Gotta rev him up again against Leeds. Gotta get him a goal. And then, again against West Ham. Again against Crystal Palace. Because then by the time we get to those final 7 games, depends on when we play Crystal Palace, Chelsea, Arsenal, and whatever the last 5 is. I know that Arsenal is like the 33rd game week. That's all I know. So Chelsea and Arsenal. You want big man scoring in those games. You don't want big man. Right? You don't want right now. Oh, we won because Chetki scored a goal and rescued us from the dead. Sure, I'll celebrate. But that... Are you going to beat Chelsea like that? Are you going to beat Arsenal like that? You need to rev this man up. He's your chainsaw. Rev him up. Get this man in form. Get him on a run. Get him scoring. That's how you win a title. So, even if Haaland misses chances, we need to keep feeding him. One problem I have had with Chetki all season. 2 things, actually. But, the first one is... doesn't feed Haaland always when he cuts. I'm not saying he never can have a shot. Obviously, he can have shots. He shoots when he wants to. He's a creator. Or, well, he's a maverick, should I say. But he's still a creator. There are times when he shoots, and I think he could have played in Haaland. Think of the first leg against Newcastle when he came off the bench. First leg, got the back up, Newcastle, when he came off the bench, scored that goal. He had a terrible game. He had an absolutely terrible game. Oh, but he scored. And he could have had 3 assists for Erling Haaland. And each time, what pisses me off is not that he didn't find Haaland. If he tried to find Haaland and couldn't, okay. What pisses me off is he didn't try to find Haaland. Game off the bench. He knows his striker never scored in a semi-final for Man City. Game off the bench. Got feed Haaland shoots. Got feed Haaland shoots. Feed Haaland shoots. That's not a creator. That's a prick. Like, I'm sorry to say it. I love you, Cherky, but that is not the way to go. That is not how you instill confidence in a striker who's been struggling for a while. So that's one of the things that I've had an issue with Ryan Cherky. Sometimes he just isn't a team player. I'm not saying always. I'm not saying he's got attitude issues. But what I am saying is sometimes he just doesn't think about the bigger picture than himself when he should. If he does play against Leeds United, he needs to stop thinking about himself, especially if we are winning, and think about get Erling Haaland a few goals so his confidence is up so he can go on a goal scoring run the next few games, because long term that will help you better. Second is that his passes happen too late. Ibrahimovic has a great, like, there was an interview with Ibrahimovic. I don't know who was the interviewer. I'm sure one of you guys know it. I don't know what the interviewer was or where it was, but Ibrahimovic was asked the question. What is the difference? Or what is the unique way of playing in Serie A, La Liga, Ligue 1, Premier League? I don't care about those leagues, fuck them. But for the Premier League, what Ibrahimovic said, and I take Ibrahimovic very seriously, as should you probably, he's a great striker with great intelligence, which is why he's a great striker, who also takes himself serious as a persona. So, Ibrahimovic said, Premier League is fast, it's pace, it's power. We all know that. But what do we think about that? Even if you have a lot, Ibrahimovic's words, not mine. Even if you have a lot of technical ability, if you cannot handle the pace, you will not make it in the Premier League. Now, Ryan Cherky will make it in the Premier League. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is, sometimes that pass comes 1 second too late. And sometimes, a lot of times, especially when final third of the season here, all these teams up the ante. Because this is when teams have something to play for. Leeds still isn't out of the clear for relegation just yet. Newcastle's still playing for the European spot. These teams turn up the gas right at the end of the season. This is when everything is to play for. Now can you handle that pace and power? Oh, when you play here for 2 seasons, Ryan Cherky will be great at that. Don't worry. But I'm talking right now, right this second. I'm not talking 2 years. I'm not talking next season even. I'm talking right now. Right now, his passes that he should make in half a second, he makes in 1 second. Look at Semenyo. His chance against Newcastle. The ball came a second too late. Ryan Cherky controls the ball, then passed it. Should have never controlled it. First touch should have been a pass. KDB never controls the ball. The ball comes into him, he already knows Semenyo is there. Boom, pass, Semenyo scores. Now Semenyo needs to do better, by the way. This is not saying Semenyo that's great. Didn't. But Marmoush there, sorry, Cherky there, he doesn't need to take a touch. He needs to ball into him, boom, pass to Semenyo, perfect weighted, and then Semenyo scored. He's got great technical ability. That pace it doesn't quite have yet. And in the Premier League, these teams run hard, they run fast, they play compact, they will close those passing lanes very quickly. You look at, again, the same Newcastle game. He only played 20 minutes, by the way. Erling Haaland. It's making a run from deep. Yeah, he's still in our own half, I believe. Cherky gets the ball. He could play the ball in behind. He waits half a second. pauses. What are you pausing for? Play the ball. But he's pausing. There's so much happening all at once. Bro, you will get overwhelmed. I will get overwhelmed. So much is happening all at once. It's very difficult to immediately make that decision. And he didn't. And immediately, Premier League, a lot of intensity, very high-paced games. These players are running back the moment they're out of position. They're sprinting for their lives. They've got a lot of discipline. They've got a lot of athletes. The passing lane, just like that, closes. He never played in Haaland. Because just waiting half a second made it impossible to make a pass. That is where Ryan Cherky needs to speed up his game without losing quality. He needs to do what he already does at the same quality, but faster. That is incredibly difficult. So there's still a growth curve, in my opinion, for Cherky. Now, Cherky is one of our... I'd say Cherky is probably one of our most talented players. In the Pep era, should I even dare say. He's definitely Pep's most talented signing. Of all Pep's signings, not counting KDB, I'm not counting him as a Pep signing. Pep wasn't here yet when we got him. I know some people say he's a Pep signing. He isn't. Pep wasn't here yet. Of all our signings under Pep Guardiola, I think Ryan Cherky is our best, most talented signing. If you talk raw talent, I'm removing Haaland from that because Haaland is a different universe. He's the best, most raw talented player. But that doesn't mean he's ready yet to play every game in a title race. And while I do look at those moments where he's just a little bit too late, I do think maybe sit on the bench for this game. And that's probably what Pep's been thinking. And listen, Ryan Cherky starts making those passes quicker, start getting those passes right, stops thinking about himself and he should be thinking about his team. He can still have a go, I'm not saying that, but maybe a little bit less. Maybe when your striker is clean through, feed him instead of shooting yourself. Just saying. Then you start him every game. Start him every game, but for the moment, I would still be a bit of a prick and say, Cherky, you've been brilliant this season, Ryan Cherky. Absolutely brilliant play this season. Incredible signing. I'm so happy we have him. I think he's better than words. I'm very sorry to say, but I will bench you. Not for long term, just for these types of games, because I do think you sometimes are a bit too egotistical. I would bench him. No offense. And then there comes the pace thing into it, so... Which again, he'll adapt. He's a young player. Listen, at the end of the day, this guy is playing well beyond his years. I need to caveat. I need to add those important caveats to that. He's playing well beyond his years. But that doesn't mean that you can't criticize him or that you can't bench him. That's all I'm saying. Anyhow, I'll leave it at that. I will leave it at that. No, I won't, actually. Score predictions. Give me your score prediction, actually. Let's see here. What do I expect them to start? What do I expect Leeds to start? I'm expecting Calvert-Lewin and Stach to start. Honestly, I don't know a lot of those players. Other than that, I know Ampadu, I believe his name is. They do have an American, don't they? Don't Leeds have an American? I think they do. Oh, I should ask Couch about it. I think they've got an American, but I could be waffling. But I think they've got an American. Anyhow. I think there will be Ampadu, Stach, Calvert-Lewin starting. For the rest, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a lot of Leeds players. I've not watched them too much this season. So this has been my best attempt at our preview. Calvert-Lewin is my main worry. I think both Gusnov or Diaz as a response to him are fair. Diaz for the outright up-the-pitch quality. Diaz for the experience in the box defending. Gusnov for the pace, although I don't think pace will be too necessary against Calvert-Lewin and what Leeds have to offer in general. I think both are fair, but Pep will start Diaz. Look out for Stach, but I think you put O'Reilly on him or whatever midfielder, defender you have there. I think you're fine. So yeah, that's my predictions. I'll go 2-4. I feel like a high scoring game. 2 Leeds, 4 City. That's what I'll go with. Let's catch up on chats. I want Noah Long at Man City. Hey, now we are cooking, bro. Get my deranged baller at Man City, bro. Get this deranged motherfucker at City. Get him in. Salvinho leaves. Get me Noah Long. I need some bollocks on the pitch. I need a man who's not afraid of talking shit. I need a man who's not a bit delusional. 1-3 City, says Rose. I'm going with 2-4. I feel like a high scoring game. You know. Anyhow. Now, I will leave it at that. So, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Always be supporting YouTube. It does help out a lot. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next one. 1 sec. I'm setting up a redirect. Don't leave yet. Do not leave yet, guys. Do not leave yet. There you go. By the way, likes on this stream, not that good compared to the views we had. We had quite a bit of views on this stream. Likes are a bit diabolical. Come on, hit those likes. It's very easy. Anyhow, yeah. Alfred in the building. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next one.